Hello lovely knitter friends. Welcome to this tutorial on stretchy bind off. So there are an infinite number of bind offs and cast ons for your projects, and you're going to be able to find the perfect one for whatever it is that you're knitting. Sometimes you need a sturdy bind off or cast on. We're going to talk about bind offs. Sometimes you want something with a bit more stretch. This one is a very stretchy bind off, but it is based on the standard bind off where you slip one stitch over another. Let's get started. We're going to work one stitch, work a second, now you're going to insert the tip of your left needle from left to right through the front legs of these two stitches on your right needle. You're going to wrap and pull it through. So you have just knitted these two stitches together through the back loop. Now we're going to knit another one. Go into the front, wrap over and pull through. Each time we do this, we are binding off a stitch and we're left with one stitch on our right needle. Work the next one. Insert your left needle. We'll keep going. Work another stitch. Insert. Through. Essentially with this bind off you are creating an extra loop of yarn for each stitch that's bound off, so that's what's going to give you your extra stretch. It's good because it doesn't flare. Some bind offs will flare quite a bit as they give you extra stretch. This one doesn't, and it still has a fair bit of elasticity or elastic recoil. So it's going to come back in again if you do need to stretch it. Last one. Now, and you would pull this working yarn through this loop, cut your working yarn and sew your ends in. Let's take a look at this. So, with this bound off edge, our stitches are actually sitting right on top of our work. They don't fall to one side or the other, as other techniques do. And we have a good amount of stretch here. And it comes back in. This technique can still be used if you're working in rib and your pattern says bind off in pattern. You can still do your knits and purls as your rib is, and then you can either knit through the back loop or purl through the back loop depending on which stitch you have coming next. But there you have it, a nice, neat, stretchy bind off. Thanks very much. Happy knitting.